Well, hello everyone. I love coming up here and making videos. I haven't come up here in a while. I've been working on my book, editing videos at home, doing a bunch of shit, and that's why I haven't come up in the mountains, in the hills very often. The brightness on my screen is turned so low I can't even see my face. But I want to talk about something that I made a video yesterday on, and then I edited it for 2 motherfucking hours, and then it got deleted because Final Cut Pro just crashed and decided to not save it. So literally, I didn't say anything, I just had a mini explosion inside my brain. It was wonderful. So I'm going to talk about it in this video. Because that video was like 30 minutes long, so I'm going to minimize it because my phone can only record up to 15 minutes. For some reason. And I can't upload my videos to my computer because my computer's retarded. And that's it. And there are spider webs all the fuck over me. Jesus Christ. I can only guess that not many people go down this way. Because I'm already being attacked by flies and mosquito and webs everywhere. So let's get down to this. I learned yesterday actually, when I was hardcore meditating. When I say hardcore meditating, I mean like I left my physical body and it was fucking amazing. And I didn't really even go anywhere. I was just outside of my physical body and it was awesome. That's not what I want to talk about though. I've heard before that words are power, words are energy, but this was different. When I left my physical body, but I was able to say words when I was outside of my physical body. When I went back inside, I was more motivated than I've ever been to do those things that I talked about while I was... And you don't even have to be outside of your body. Having an out-of-body experience, you don't. You just need to be able to say these positive things and repetitively keep saying them. It's just that when you're out of your physical body or you're meditating, it's just twice as powerful because you're... Let me put my shit down. You are convincing your subconscious to change. See, when you always say, like, I can't do it, or these people are mean, I hate these people, they're just going to come across as more mean. Your life will not change. And, see, just listen. We live in a society where if we don't think about everyone else 24/7, we are horrible narcissistic sociopaths. I have met people who are sociopaths, lots of them in my life. And you ignoring other people's lives and only focusing on yours does not make you a sociopath, a psychopath, anything, a narcissist. You're just a human being that focuses on their life and improves their life. That's it. And that's exactly what I've been doing. Improving my life and no one else's. Because I've learned that when you focus all your energy, all your words on someone else's life, you're wasting your lifespan trying to fix or change someone else. That is why, sorry, I almost stripped. That is why I do not get in a relationship. It's not because I can't. It's because I don't want to. Usually the girls or the people I meet who interest me do not have the knowledge. They don't have, like, I can't tell them something and then say, oh, that's interesting, I'll go look that up. No, they have to say, that's not right, or I disagree with that, or maybe, or, I don't know. Stupid shit like that. I can't ever meet a girl. Like, me saying I can't ever meet a girl will, like, lower the chances. But honestly, I don't want to. I do acknowledge that I still love. I can still love things. I can love animals. I can love little kids. I can have a love. But it's just a waste of time, honestly. If you're one of those people who naturally is born needing someone, like my mom, you won't get very far in life because you're focusing all your physical energy, all your spiritual energy on someone else. You aren't thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about improvement ever. See, the thing with Capricorns, and I'm going to be serious about this, if you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, and I'm not bullshitting, you can get a girlfriend, you can get a boyfriend, but you are going to focus all your energy on improving yourself. Capricorns are my favorite sign, one of my favorites, because they mostly focus on success and hard work, and I look up to that shit. The guy who helped me create my first book, he taught me more, and he was very hard on me in some parts, so I would be encouraged to get better. He's a Capricorn rising, Capricorn ascending in the zodiac. It means it's your outward image, how you act towards big crowds, how you act towards business, how you act towards all these things. His other sign, his main sign is Scorpio, but his moon sign is the same as mine. We're both Aquarius moons, and I'd have to say Aquarius could possibly be the most emotionless sign and sometimes the rudest, but we're philosophically very intelligent. When you mix Capricorn and Aquarius together, you're going to get a pretty emotionless person. They're mostly going to care about learning, improving their own selves, and not really caring if someone else gets hurt. They're going to tell them to get back up. They're probably going to be hard on them. Unlike Gemini, who's more playful, but yet still intelligent, just doesn't put those plans into action very much. Some do. I mean, I have 4 Capricorns in my zodiac birth chart. So most of the time, I have tendencies of acting like a Capricorn. Almost all the time. It's very strange. See, the thing with Aquariuses, and all Aquariuses do this, they point out why you're wrong, and they'll actually give you examples and reasons. And then they really won't like someone who is, will ignore intelligence. They won't. They will hate someone. But what I do is I use my words to ignore those people. I don't give them the attention they want. Because all people really want is, I'm looking back and forth just in case people come. All people really want is attention. They don't really give a shit what they're saying. If they annoy you enough, because they know they can do that, don't give them the opportunity to annoy you. Because if you don't show a response, just like YouTube, if you ignore a rude comment, the person either won't respond or will get more angry and leave more comments. The only reason people do things is for attention. The only reason Donald Trump is saying all these rude, horrible things is for attention, and he's getting it. Okay, I have about 6 minutes left on this. Yesterday I realized how much my grandma and grandpa cannot hear anymore. My grandma and step-grandpa. They cannot hear anymore. She walked into my room last night, and I'm like, took my meds, my seizure meds, and then at the end of the conversation, she's like, did you take your meds? See, that shit just, I'm going to say it doesn't irritate me. Because if I keep saying that it does irritate me, it's going to bother me more. So don't say things that irritate you. Say that they don't. I ignore these stupid people. Because honestly, I live with, they can't help it. Their brains are turning to mush. That's what dementia does to you. Especially if you have chemo, you're injecting poison into your brain, your whole entire body. Your brain and body are connected. When you inject pure poison into your body, yeah, the bad cells are going to die, but they're going to grow back and you're going to feel worse. Because, my grandma just lives in a fairy tale world. And I love how, I don't like horoscopes because they'll tell you everything you want to hear. I like the zodiac signs because it gives an accurate description on how people are with those certain signs. But you really need to see their full zodiac birth chart, their full chart. But this month, I heard that I was going to be living in a fairy tale world, so I keep telling myself, all these things I'm saying to myself that I'm going to do, I'm going to do. I'm not going to just say, ooh, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do this. No, I'm going to say, I can do this, and I will do this. I will create my next book, which will probably take about 5 months, to be quite honest, because my new next book will be highly inappropriate, highly violent. It will be pretty much like an anime. The book will be shaped like an anime book, a manga book, and it will have things that are like manga. It will have the squares, the thought bubbles, the everything. But I have to do each page in Photoshop. I have to draw out each page and then edit each one in Photoshop. Just like my first, but this one's a little harder. It takes about 2 days to make one page because I try not to be next to my computer all day long. I try to limit myself so I don't get a lot of EMF waves, electromagnetic fields from my computers that radiate your cells. I try not to do that. I try to be out in the sun, in nature, as possible. Even in the backyard, there's a chair. I put a chair so I could just sit down and sun gaze. By the way, yesterday I sun gazed like fucking crazy. I did it almost all day, and wow. Just wow. This morning, I gained, I want to say a power. I want to say an ability. Ability sounds better. I gained one. When our douchebag neighbor, usually starts his motorcycle at night, but this morning he started it in the morning instead of night. So I just said douchebag. And then I was able to feel the vibration of his motorcycle. Don't get me wrong, he lives like 7 houses down. A normal person would hear it, but they wouldn't feel it. There are people who put magnets in their fingers so they can feel electromagnetic fields. I don't have to do that, apparently. My whole entire body felt the electromagnetic field, like the vibrate. Everything has an electromagnetic field. I just felt the vibration of his motorcycle through my body, but only one side because I was only sitting on the side of his house. So I turned my body around and I felt the other side. It went through the other side of my body too, and I was like, this is fucking amazing. I am literally, because I did that with writing. Like, if whatever you write out that hasn't happened yet, but you write it out like it has happened in the future, it will convince your subconscious to change, which is really useful. How much time do we have? 2 minutes. And the really interesting thing about writing something out, like in 2018, I made $15,000, $2 million. That hasn't happened yet, but you're writing it out as if it has happened. So your brain, actually, you will feel this in your brain. Your brain rewires when you do this. And you can feel little twitches in your brain changing. It's amazing, and it's an amazing feeling. I'm trying to fit as much as I can in this 15-minute video. I might make a second one. Don't know. What else can I cover? I will start a company. I do start a company. Use do. Don't use will. Will gives you the option. Do makes it solid. I do make a company in 2018 or by 2018. Like, oh, one last thing I want to say. My senses have increased in the past 3 days. It started off as a cold and my ears were clogged and in pain, but now I don't have the cold and I can still hear, like, I can hear 4 girls down there and I can just guess what age they are and I'll get it right just by their voices. Also, since I can feel the vibrations, kind of like earthbending from Avatar: The Last Airbender, how Toph hits the ground and I don't have to do that. I just feel the vibrations of other people or things or objects. It's amazing. I wrote that down, that I am going to get telekinesis. I will. I do. Before 2018. Goodbye, everyone.